Okay, look, I'm a master manifester. Okay, so earlier this week they were like, "Yo, this club in LA. Shout out to Sean and Sam over at Penthouse. I'm having a party this Sunday for my B Day at Penthouse Day Party." And it's a 90s theme party. It's gonna be a big surprise. But anyway, they told me they had money for me if I wanted to hire somebody. So they were like, "What about Lizzo?" I'm like, "Okay, let me call Lizzo. I know people who call Lizzo." So I called Cardi B and I was like, "Yo, Cardi, I want Lizzo to host my party. Can you call her for me?" And she was like, "Yeah, let me call her." So Cardi, I guess, called her, whatever, but then she never got back to me. So then the other night before I came to New York, I had dinner with an NBC executive about some stuff. And I said to the NBC, right before the NBC executive got there, I text Cardi. I swear to God, I'm not lying. I text Cardi and I said, "Please don't forget to let Lizzo know that I want her to do my party." And so Cardi doesn't text back. I'm sitting there sipping my coffee and Bailey's. I look to the right, and Lizzo is standing right at the counter checking in for dinner with her two friends. I'm like, hold on. Y'all remember here on the show where I told you I talked about Rihanna and then manifested that by walking into Walgreens and she was there, right? Okay, so this is crazy. I'm sitting here like, okay, now God is playing. This is why I be saying you got to be careful what you put out in the universe. And we're going to talk about that later. But Lizzo's standing right there, and I'm like, yo. So I get up and I'm like, yo, this is fucking crazy. You don't understand. Like, I just told Cardi to ask you to host one of my parties, and then you just popped up. I literally just texted her. I FaceTime Cardi and Lizzo stand there, and they're like, hey, girl, hey. And I'm like, yo. And Cardi was like, oh my God, this is who I was just calling you about. And I'm like, yeah, I own Hollywood Unlocked. She was like, I was just on Hollywood Unlocked. She had just commented on Hollywood Unlocked. It was crazy how the universe was working. But I started talking to her about how her body confidence really inspired me because, as you know, I just lost 120 pounds. And, Lizzo is one of the people who is a little heavier, but wears it good, by the way. She looks a lot slimmer in person, just so you know. I don't know if it's angles or whatever, but either way, she looks really good. And her smile is just so, it illuminates the room, right? She has such a good, sweet personality. I would told her, like, you are one of my heroes when it comes to body positivity and just really like having that confidence, at least perceived confidence. And I really just like big up to her for, no pun intended, for being such a positive spirit when it came to loving herself. And she was so nice and so sweet. And she was telling me all the things that she's working on, some confidential stuff, which I'm not going to spill. But nonetheless, she was too busy to do my party, I think. She told me to call her publicist. Girl, I don't call publicists. I just don't do that. No shade to the publicist. I fuck with y'all, but I talk directly to you, to the stars. And so she went on and did her thing or whatever. And then later on this week, it came out that, when she released her song Rumors with Cardi, that she talked about a lot of stuff that she's all the hate she gets online, being fatphobic comments or racist haters. Either way, she started slamming all of them in a video. Now, do we have a picture of Lizzo? Let me see a picture of Lizzo. Okay, this is a picture of her. Do we have, okay, this is a picture of them. This is not what I wanted. Do you have a picture of just Lizzo or no? Well, either way, this is the song photo that she had with Cardi. And this is where Lizzo was saying, bitch, I'm about to go live and slam the haters. Now, this is what she said. If you didn't see the video, take a look.
I'm putting so much loving energy into the world. And bro, sometimes I feel like the world just don't love me back. It's like it doesn't matter how much positive energy you put into the world, you're still gonna have people who have something mean to say about you. And for the most part, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I don't care. I just think when I'm working this hard, my tolerance gets lower. My patience is lower. I'm more sensitive, and it gets to me.
Well, sometimes when this is not the first time that Lizzo has gone to social media to share her emotions and talk about the haters. Now, people hate on me too, and there are days where it gets heavy, and I can only assume somebody like Lizzo, who has a much broader fan base and audience and visibility around the world. Same with like a Cardi, get hated on all the time, and I can only assume it's overwhelming. Now, the one thing I know for sure is that if Lizzo wanted to be thinner, she could do it. Like if she wanted to lose weight, she could. Now, she shouldn't have to lose weight to not be hated on, but she could. And some would argue that she kind of brings it on herself because she flaunts her body all the time. And she's always sharing her jiggly stuff. But then some people would say, hey, I look like that. And I love the fact that she has the confidence to do that. I know when I was big, I didn't have the confidence to take off all my clothes and be doing all of what she's doing. And I also didn't feel like it was respectful either. But that's just my choice, right? This I just didn't feel meaning disrespectful to just myself to even become a topic of conversation. I think that she has a right to be in love with her body, whatever size she is. I did tell her that I lost 120 pounds, and I told her that she had more confidence than I did at the weight that she's at now. One thing for sure, her spirit, very, very positive, very, very nice. She's a sweet, sweet girl. And I've never seen her do anything besides beat up that Uber, or threaten to beat up the Uber driver, the Uber Eats girl. But I mean, I've never really seen her do anything that would cause so many people to hate her. Why are so many people jealous of her? I don't understand. Now, this is a video of Lizzo making black music. Take a look.
And I make music that I hope helps people. Period. I'm not making music for white people. I'm not making music for anybody. I'm a black woman making music. I make black music, period. I'm not serving anyone but myself. Everyone is invited to a Lizzo show, to a Lizzo song, to this good energy. Everyone's invited.
Now, listen, she said she started to say she ain't making this for white people, and she caught herself, and she did a good PR move because you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You saw the baby had a rough week. You fuck with these white folks, they'll try to lynch you. Well, look, I think she said what needed to be said. She makes music for all people. Black people, we love you, Lizzo. I think everybody should love Lizzo. Lizzo is a dope girl. I don't understand the hate. But I also do believe, Lizzo, that like you put your weight out there a lot to be talked about. You know what I mean? The only reason why I haven't put my penis out there in the world is because I don't want it to be talked about. But if I did, can't really say anything about it. Just kind of take the good with the bad. So, Lizzo, I'm sending you my love. Do you guys think that it's fair or unfair that she's being judged? Do you think that she's doing too much and that it's her fault? Or do you just think that we live in a world that's just so mean and full of hate? And why are they picking on this girl? And it bothered Cardi to the point to where she tweeted about it. This is what Cardi said. Cardi said, when you stand up for yourself, they claim you're problematic and sensitive. When you don't, they tear you apart until you're crying like this. Whether you're skinny, big, plastic, they're going to always try to put their insecurities on you. Remember, these are nerds looking at the popular table. I love Cardi. Cardi always says what needs to be said on time. And I actually talked to Cardi privately, and I'm not going to get into that conversation. But the one thing that I was looking for, not that I asked her directly, was whether or not Lizzo's doing this for attention. And, I didn't ask Cardi this, but what came through the most from Cardi was just how she felt it was unfair that Lizzo was being treated like this. And she said, quote, can I quote her? I can quote her. That Lizzo is one of the nicest, happiest people all the time. That just really made me sad for this world that we live in. Why are we so focused on being negative and mean that we want to tear nice people down? Anybody down but nice people down. Y'all don't talk about Kaya every day. Why y'all don't talk about all the trolls of the internet? It's so many evil people out here that y'all should be tearing down every day. And I'm about to get into one of them in a minute. I don't understand. I really do not understand. I'm hoping and praying that people will let Lizzo live her life. Wouldn't it be amazing if Drake started fucking Lizzo because he likes girls that are BBWs? And then if Drake, if Lizzo was fucking Drake, it would drive you all crazy. It would really drive the girls who would never have the chance to fuck with Drake crazy, because it's always the people that never have the chance to do or get something that have the fucking problems. Like your homegirl who's sitting next to you saying, girl, drop that nigga, he ain't shit, when she ain't got no man. How you take advice from a bum? How you take advice from a bum? You have no man. Oh, and I wouldn't let my kid do that. You don't have kids. And the kids you have are so ugly, they wouldn't even have the chance to get it. I'm not talking about anybody's kid in general. It's my birthday, you guys. Just happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! I'm gonna celebrate with you. Time to celebrate. By the way, Little Kim is performing at my party in LA next Saturday. This Saturday. So if you're in LA and you want to pop on over, let me know. Just all you got to do is slide in Kelvin's DMs. Kelvin, you're producing you're handling the list. All right. Go to @Kelvin Unique. All right. So look, Kelvin he's responsible for all that. He'll tell me who's asking to come or whatever. If I know you, whatever, pull up. We got room. But it's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be fabulous. All right. So anyway, good luck, Lizzo. I pray for all the happiness or whatever. Okay. Bye.